Every day, we waste precious moments, chasing distractions, seeking approval, and focusing on what we can't control. But what if we stopped? What if you took control of your time, your actions, and your life? This is Stoicism. A philosophy that teaches you to focus on what truly matters, your growth, your choices, your mindset. Stop wasting time on things you cannot control. Focus on yourself. Embrace wisdom. Live with purpose. Your time is limited. Make every moment count. We all have 24 hours in a day. Yet, how many of us feel like we're losing time? Chasing distractions, seeking approval, and worrying about things we can't control. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that encourages individuals to focus on cultivating inner virtue and wisdom. It teaches how to live in alignment with nature and reason, controlling what we can while accepting what we cannot. In modern life, where distractions are endless and external pressures are overwhelming, Stoicism offers timeless guidance on how to focus on yourself and stop wasting time. The Stoic perspective on time. Time is our most valuable resource. It's finite, and once it's gone, we cannot recover it. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius so poignantly wrote in Meditations, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This powerful reminder calls us to reflect on the fact that every moment is precious. If we spend our time in a state of distraction, seeking external validation, or procrastinating, we lose opportunities for growth and fulfillment. 1. Embrace what you can control. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the distinction between what is within our control and what is not. This is the foundation of focusing on yourself and avoiding time-wasting behaviors. As Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, famously said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." What you can control. Your thoughts. You have the power to change your mindset and decide how you interpret events. Your reactions. You can choose to remain calm in the face of adversity or act in a way that aligns with your values. Your actions. You can control the effort you put into your work and the integrity you bring to your daily life. Your time. You have the ability to prioritize your goals and decide what deserves your time and energy. What you cannot control. Other people's actions. No matter how much you wish to change someone's behavior, you cannot control them. External events or circumstances. You cannot control the weather, the economy, or world events. The past or future. The past has already happened, and the future is unknown. How to apply this in your life? Stop stressing over things you cannot control. Instead, focus on what you can influence, your actions, thoughts, and decisions. By doing so, you conserve your energy and avoid wasting time on uncontrollable variables. A good example of this is how many people waste hours scrolling through social media or watching the news, obsessing over things that have no direct impact on their lives. Instead, focus on improving yourself, learning new skills, or investing time in meaningful relationships. 2. Practice self-awareness and self-reflection. Stoicism teaches that the path to self-improvement is paved with constant self-awareness. Without reflecting on our actions and thoughts, we remain blind to the ways in which we waste time or make poor decisions. Marcus Aurelius, who was not only a Stoic philosopher but also a Roman emperor, wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." The Stoics didn't believe in overanalyzing or philosophizing endlessly about what one should be. Instead, they believed in doing the work to become that person through conscious, deliberate action. How to practice self-awareness. Journaling. This is one of the most powerful Stoic practices. By writing down your thoughts each day, you can identify patterns, gain insights into your behavior, and assess your progress. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations was essentially his personal journal where he reflected on his thoughts, actions, and the principles he wanted to live by. Daily reflection. Set aside time each evening to reflect on your day. Did you act in alignment with your values? Did you waste time on trivial concerns? What could you have done differently? This reflection will sharpen your awareness and help you learn from your mistakes. Identify your core values. Clarifying your values helps you focus on what truly matters. When you know what is important to you, you're less likely to waste time on things that don't align with your long-term goals. 3. Live according to your values. The Stoics believed that the key to a truly fulfilling life is living in accordance with virtue. Virtue, in Stoic philosophy, is the highest good, and it is made up of 4 cardinal principles: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues form the foundation of a meaningful life and are essential for cultivating inner peace and resilience. By living according to these virtues, you focus on what truly matters and avoid wasting time on things that don't align with your higher purpose. The Stoic philosophers believed that external success, fame, and material wealth were not the path to happiness. Instead, it was the cultivation of wisdom and virtue that led to true fulfillment. This means that your time becomes precious because you are using it to improve your character, make meaningful contributions to the world, and build a life based on solid values. How to apply this principle? Identify your core values. Living according to your values begins with understanding what truly matters to you. This process requires introspection and an honest assessment of your beliefs and priorities. It could be helpful to ask yourself the following questions. What qualities do I admire in others? What do I want to be remembered for? What principles do I want to guide my decisions and actions? Some examples of core values include family, integrity, personal growth, kindness, and honesty. Once you've identified what matters most to you, these values should guide your decisions and actions every day. For example, if personal growth is a core value, you might choose to spend your time reading, taking courses, or developing new skills rather than spending hours mindlessly scrolling through social media or watching television. If family is a core value, you may prioritize spending quality time with loved ones over attending every social event or pursuing career opportunities that would take you away from them. Simplify your goals. A key aspect of Stoicism is shifting away from the constant pursuit of external success, validation, or material wealth. While it's natural to desire success, the Stoics taught that this pursuit can easily become a trap that leads to unnecessary distractions and wasted time. Instead of chasing things that society tells us we need, like money, status, or recognition, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. This means setting goals that are aligned with your inner values rather than external markers of success. For example, if wisdom is a guiding value for you, your goal may not be to climb the corporate ladder or earn a promotion for the sake of status. Instead, your goal could be to deepen your understanding of your field, contribute meaningfully to your community, or cultivate more patience and understanding in your relationships. This approach shifts the focus away from the external and encourages growth from within. When you focus on becoming a better person each day, external pressures lose their power over you. The desire for fame or validation diminishes because you're driven by internal fulfillment, not the fleeting approval of others. Stay true to your purpose. Living according to your values means consistently aligning your actions with what truly matters to you. This requires discipline and the courage to say no to distractions that don't support your purpose. When you make decisions based on your core values, you find that time-wasting activities naturally lose their appeal. For instance, if justice is a core value for you, you may be more likely to stand up for what is right, even when it's difficult, rather than passively accepting injustices. You may also choose to spend time volunteering, supporting causes that align with your values, or helping those in need, rather than getting caught up in trivial pursuits. Living authentically by your values doesn't mean avoiding fun or relaxation, it simply means making intentional decisions that reflect your true priorities. For example, you might choose to engage in activities that align with temperance, like practicing moderation in food or drink, rather than indulging excessively in unhealthy habits that ultimately drain your energy and time. 4. Create a life that aligns with your purpose. When your daily life is guided by your values, distractions and time-wasting activities lose their appeal. You become more focused on what truly contributes to your growth and fulfillment. Your time is no longer wasted on things that don't align with your principles because you are intentionally designing a life that reflects your highest priorities. By aligning your actions with your values, you stop chasing external goals that don't bring real happiness, and instead, you create a life that is meaningful, purposeful, and true to who you are. This is the path to lasting fulfillment. The Stoic approach to living by your values. The Stoics would often remind themselves that life is short and that time is one of our most precious resources. By living in alignment with our values, we ensure that our time is well spent, focused on growth, virtue, and meaningful contributions. For the Stoics, true happiness isn't found in external achievements or the approval of others, but in living a virtuous life that aligns with their highest values. In a world full of distractions, living according to your values allows you to cut through the noise and focus on what truly matters. When you prioritize virtue over external success, you free yourself from the chains of comparison, competition, and the pursuit of empty achievements. You stop wasting time on what doesn't contribute to your growth and start creating a life that's fulfilling, peaceful, and aligned with your deepest values. Avoid the distraction of external validation. A major waste of time is the constant pursuit of approval from others. The Stoics believed that seeking external validation is futile because it depends on factors beyond your control. Instead, they emphasized developing an internal sense of worth that is not reliant on others' opinions. The Stoic approach to external validation. Focus on your own approval. Instead of seeking praise or recognition from others, focus on your own self-respect. Ask yourself, am I proud of what I've done today? This is a more reliable and lasting source of validation. Stop comparing yourself to others. One of the quickest ways to waste time is through constant comparison. This leads to feelings of inadequacy, envy, or jealousy. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Limit time on social media. Social media platforms are designed to keep you hooked on the opinions and validation of others. By reducing your time spent on these platforms, you can focus more on meaningful, personal activities. 5. Avoid negative self-talk and practice self-compassion. Many of us spend a significant portion of our time engaging in negative self-talk, criticizing ourselves for past mistakes, imperfections, or perceived failures. This inner dialogue often undermines our confidence and blocks personal growth. The Stoics, however, offer a different approach. Rather than indulging in excessive self-blame, they emphasize constructive self-reflection. They understood that negative self-talk is a waste of time because it doesn't foster improvement or growth. Instead, it keeps us stuck in the past, unable to move forward. Instead of wallowing in guilt or regret, Stoicism teaches us to focus on learning from our mistakes and striving for continuous self-improvement. This Stoic mindset allows you to reclaim your time and energy by shifting your focus from self-criticism to self-compassion and growth. Rather than obsessing over what went wrong, you start to view each challenge as an opportunity to become better, stronger, and wiser. By practicing self-compassion and reframing failures, you can free yourself from the paralyzing effects of negative self-talk and unlock your full potential. How to apply this principle? Practice positive affirmations. One of the simplest ways to break free from negative self-talk is by replacing destructive thoughts with positive affirmations. Our inner dialogue shapes our reality, and by consciously choosing to speak kindly to ourselves, we can change the way we perceive challenges, setbacks, and even our own worth. For example, when you catch yourself thinking, "I always mess up," replace it with a more constructive and self-compassionate thought like, "I learn from my mistakes and improve each day." Affirmations like this gently guide your mind toward growth, resilience, and a healthier self-image. Over time, this shift in thinking will become automatic, helping you stay positive, focused, and forward-thinking. Additionally, you can use affirmations to remind yourself of your strengths and potential. When faced with difficulties, affirming, "I am capable of handling this," or "I am strong enough to overcome this challenge," can help you regain confidence and face obstacles with a constructive mindset, rather than being overwhelmed by self-doubt. Learn from failure. The Stoics viewed failure not as a source of shame or a reason to criticize themselves but as an essential part of the learning process. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." According to Stoic philosophy, setbacks and mistakes are inevitable, but our response to them is within our control. Instead of dwelling on your failures or beating yourself up over mistakes, practice reframing them as opportunities for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This approach encourages you to view challenges as valuable lessons rather than personal failures. For instance, practice self-compassion. Self-compassion is a vital aspect of avoiding negative self-talk. It involves treating yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and patience that you would offer a close friend who is struggling. Instead of criticizing yourself harshly, practice being gentle with your shortcomings and mistakes. Acknowledge that you are human and that imperfection is part of the journey. When you make a mistake or face a challenge, instead of saying, "I'm so stupid, I can't do anything right," try saying, "I made a mistake, but I am learning and growing. This doesn't define me." Self-compassion is about accepting yourself as you are while striving to become better. It's important to remember that your value as a person isn't defined by your mistakes. Your value is inherent, and it's your commitment to growth and self-improvement that matters most. Stoicism teaches us that suffering and mistakes are part of life, but our response to them determines our future. Being compassionate toward yourself, especially during moments of failure or difficulty, enables you to bounce back more effectively and avoid wasting time on guilt or self-criticism. Shift your focus from the past to the present. One of the key principles of Stoicism is to focus on the present moment and what is within your control. Dwelling on past mistakes is a form of wasted time because it keeps you tethered to what cannot be changed. Instead of revisiting past failures and ruminating on them, direct your energy to what you can do now to improve. This doesn't mean ignoring your past mistakes altogether, it means accepting them as part of your learning process, then letting them go. By focusing on what you can control in the present, you free yourself from the weight of regret and self-blame. The Stoic practice of amor fati, or love of fate, encourages us to embrace our life as it is, including both our successes and failures, as essential parts of our personal journey. Cultivate resilience through self-reflection. Lastly, make time for regular self-reflection to assess how you're handling challenges, self-talk, and personal growth. Self-reflection helps you identify patterns in your thinking and behavior, allowing you to recognize when you're engaging in negative self-talk or slipping into self-blame. Through journaling or mindfulness practices, you can evaluate your progress, celebrate your successes, and identify areas for improvement without judgment. By incorporating regular reflection into your routine, you actively strengthen your emotional resilience. It also allows you to adjust your mindset as needed, ensuring that you stay focused on progress, not perfection. The Stoic approach to self-compassion and growth. Incorporating Stoic principles into your life can radically change how you view yourself and your mistakes. Instead of wasting time dwelling on self-criticism, you can cultivate a mindset of growth, resilience, and compassion. 6. Practice minimalism in your daily life. The Stoics were minimalists in the truest sense, believing that a simple, uncluttered life leads to tranquility. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in consumerism, chasing more possessions, experiences, and distractions. However, this often leads to time and energy wasted. How to practice minimalism. Simplify your environment, clean and organize your physical space to remove distractions and create a calm environment. This can help you focus on more meaningful activities. Streamline your schedule, eliminate unnecessary commitments that do not align with your values. By saying no to non-essential activities, you free up more time for personal growth and fulfillment. Declutter your digital life, unsubscribe from emails, limit social media use, and minimize apps that do not contribute to your goals. By adopting a minimalist approach, you free up time for things that truly matter, such as relationships, personal growth, and self-care. 7. Focus on personal growth, not external success. External success is fleeting and often does not lead to long-term happiness. The Stoics believe that true fulfillment comes from internal growth, wisdom, and virtue, not from accumulating wealth, status, or recognition. How to apply this principle? Shift your mindset. Instead of focusing on outcomes like money, fame, or promotions, focus on the process of self-improvement. Are you growing, learning, and becoming more virtuous? If yes, then you are on the right path. Cultivate gratitude. Appreciate your own efforts rather than constantly measuring yourself against others. Take time to reflect on your progress and celebrate small wins. By focusing on internal growth, you avoid the trap of chasing superficial goals, which often leads to wasted time and unfulfilled desires. 8. Practice patience and delayed gratification. In today's fast-paced world, instant gratification has become the norm. We live in an age where nearly everything we desire, whether it's food, entertainment, or information, is just a click away. While these instant pleasures can provide temporary satisfaction, they often offer little long-term value and can easily waste our time and energy. The Stoics, however, recognize the importance of patience and delayed gratification as essential elements for achieving meaningful, lasting goals. According to Stoicism, true fulfillment comes not from the fleeting joys of immediate rewards, but from the pursuit of goals that require sustained effort, self-discipline, and a willingness to delay gratification for a greater good. The Stoics believed that practicing patience and mastering the art of delayed gratification could lead to a life of deeper contentment and achievement. In a world that often emphasizes quick fixes, Stoicism invites us to slow down and focus on what matters most, reminding us that meaningful success, whether in our careers, relationships, or personal development, requires time, patience, and consistent effort. By embracing the Stoic philosophy of delayed gratification, we can avoid the trap of wasting time on distractions and instead invest our time and energy in things that provide lasting value and fulfillment. How to apply this principle? Focus on long-term rewards. One of the core principles of Stoicism is the idea that true fulfillment comes from working toward long-term goals that require perseverance and commitment. Unlike fleeting pleasures that offer instant satisfaction, long-term goals demand patience, sustained effort, and delayed gratification. Consider your personal or professional aspirations. Whether it's writing a book, building a successful business, learning a new skill, or improving your physical health, these goals require time and dedication. The journey toward these goals may not always be exciting or immediately rewarding, but the Stoics understood that the delayed gratification of these efforts leads to lasting fulfillment. For example, if you want to improve your health, it may be tempting to indulge in unhealthy foods or skip workouts for instant pleasure. However, this short-term pleasure often comes at the cost of long-term health and vitality. Stoicism encourages you to resist the temptation of immediate rewards and focus on what will serve you in the future. By prioritizing the effort it takes to maintain a healthy lifestyle, regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and self-care, you invest in your long-term health and well-being, which provides deeper and more enduring satisfaction. Similarly, if you're working on building a business or advancing your career, it's easy to get discouraged by the slow progress or to get distracted by quick gains that don't align with your long-term vision. Embrace the process, not just the outcome. A key tenet of Stoic philosophy is learning to appreciate the process of achieving your goals, not just the end result. In a world that often prioritizes the destination over the journey, the Stoics teach us to find meaning and fulfillment in the work itself, rather than in the final product. When you focus solely on the outcome, whether it's a promotion, a finished project, or achieving a personal milestone, you may overlook the small, yet significant, steps required to get there. The Stoics understood that growth and fulfillment are found in the day-to-day effort, in the daily choices you make to keep moving forward, even when progress seems slow. If you're working toward a long-term goal, such as learning a new skill, instead of focusing only on the moment you master it, take pride in the small victories along the way. Celebrate the hours spent practicing, the perseverance shown, and the growth you experience through consistent effort. When you embrace the process and focus on the journey, the outcome becomes less about external validation and more about your personal growth and satisfaction in the effort itself. Recognize the value of patience in relationships. Patience and delayed gratification also play a significant role in cultivating meaningful relationships. In a world of instant communication and superficial connections, it's easy to seek quick gratification in social interactions, whether it's through social media likes, quick compliments, or casual conversations. However, the Stoics remind us that meaningful relationships take time to develop and require patience, understanding, and effort. If you want to build deeper, more authentic relationships, you need to invest time in truly getting to know others and allowing relationships to unfold naturally, rather than rushing through them or expecting immediate returns. The same goes for self-compassion and self-love. Cultivating a strong relationship with yourself requires patience and a long-term commitment to personal growth, rather than expecting instant satisfaction or perfection. Overcome the urge to escape discomfort. The Stoics also teach that delayed gratification involves facing discomfort and uncertainty head-on. It's natural to seek comfort and avoid difficult situations, but true growth often comes from embracing discomfort. Instead of running from discomfort or seeking immediate relief, learn to sit with the challenge and allow it to teach you valuable lessons. Whether it's facing the discomfort of a difficult project, pushing through physical exhaustion to complete a workout, or dealing with emotional struggles, the Stoic approach encourages you to build resilience and patience. Embrace the discomfort, knowing that it will pass, and that the long-term rewards are worth the effort. 9. Understand the power of time. Time is a finite resource. Once spent, it cannot be regained. The Stoics were acutely aware of the brevity of life and encouraged us to treat every moment as precious. How to apply this? Be intentional with your time, plan your day with purpose. Spend time on activities that move you toward your goals, whether they are related to personal growth, relationships, or career development. Avoid procrastination. Stop delaying the tasks that matter. The longer you put something off, the more time you waste. Break large projects into small steps and take immediate action. 10. Practice gratitude and contentment. Stoicism teaches that contentment is not found in external circumstances but in the appreciation of what we already have. Gratitude is the antidote to dissatisfaction and discontent. How to apply this? Daily gratitude practice. Take time each day to reflect on what you are grateful for. Whether it's your health, relationships, or the simple pleasures of life, this practice helps you stay focused on the positives. Stop comparing. One of the greatest time wasters is comparing your life to others. Instead, embrace your own journey and appreciate the progress you've made. Conclusion. Incorporating Stoic philosophy into your life can profoundly change the way you use your time. By focusing on what you can control, living according to your values, and practicing mindfulness and gratitude, you can avoid wasting time on distractions, external validation, and fleeting pleasures. Stoicism offers a roadmap for living a purposeful life that aligns with your true self, leading to greater fulfillment, peace, and personal growth.